everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Filmaholic. This is our What If episode. We have this every Monday. We take an older film, recast it, give it a new director, possibly a new spin, and see where it goes. Today I have Abel with me here and Ethan, and I'm Matthew, obviously. And to start things off, who wants to go first here? Oh, I didn't tell the movie. Duh. The movie we're doing this week is Toy Story. 1995 Toy Story, the original film. Yeah, we're doing that. And who wants to go first? All right, Ethan, go ahead.
I got some out there picks. So, all right, Toy Story 95. We're changing the game with my version. Back then, it was a small director. Quentin Tarantino is coming on the scene.
Well, this is if the movie came out today, though.
Well, he's still a small director.
That's just going to get nominated for an Oscar.
It's rated R, obviously, going hardcore on this version. It's not that far-fetched. 2010 Toy Story 3 was his favorite movie, so I'm sure he would love a chance to make this.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, do your research, sir.
Okay.
I'm your favorite director.
I don't even know what movie we're talking about today, so.
Sure, yeah, well, two strokes. So the ones you gave me, we'll start with Woody and Buzz. And I've got the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood duo with Leonardo DiCaprio playing Woody and Brad Pitt playing Buzz. I think the chemistry is going to be just as good as it would have been with Tim Allen and Tom Hanks, especially with Brad Pitt and the Buzz character, just playing kind of out there like the sidekick like he did in Once Upon a Time. Rex.
I got a question here, though, before you go on. Is it? You might have already said this, and I had another stroke. Is this animated, or is this live action?
It's still animated.
Okay.
But like I say, the rated R is going to come. Like it's going to be like language, the violence, like when it happens with Sid. You're going to have like the stuffing coming out of the toys. It's going to get real.
Will it have those like foreign soundtrack and everything?
It's going to have the best soundtrack. You'll have like the Buzz theme, like it'll just keep playing all the songs you'd hear.
Space Odyssey and everything.
It's going to be so good. Oscars, hands down, taking this one all the way. Rex went with Timothy Olyphant. He's worked with Tarantino. Like I say, I like him in Deadwood. A couple other things I've seen him in. Bo Peep, bringing back Margot Robbie. Kind of a small role in this one, but if they continue with his path, like say Toy Story 4, she'd have a bigger role. Slinky, I went with Walton Goggins. Loved his performance in Django. Thought he was really funny in Vice Principal, so he could bring the laugh and the voice with that character. Mr. Potato Head, I got the OG Samuel L. Jackson in this one, bringing all his mannerisms, any kind of character you need for Samuel, he's there to play it. Got to be in Tarantino's universe. Ham, I looked for somebody older in his wheelhouse, and I wound up choosing Bruce Dern. He's coming back. Sarge, we got Kurt Russell bringing this one in. Smaller role for the movie, but comedic moments and serious too. He can pull out both of those. For Sid, I went. I didn't choose a kid, but I chose somebody who I think could pull off that kind of sinister vibe, like he did in Once Upon a Time, which was Austin Butler. Yeah, I want that kind of mannerisms and stuff he had with the last scene when he was supposed to be out there to murder everybody. To hear the devil do the devil's business kind of vibe from Sid.
Oh man,
that's what he is. That's what he is to the toys anyway.
I hope he says the line to the toys too.
That's what's going to happen. Like every time he sees a new toy, he's gonna say the line.
I'm reeling as a donut, motherfucker.
There's gonna be a donut toy that pops up. Just like shocked face.
Oh no.
Andy, I went with Roman Griffin Davis. Just a kid voice, doesn't have as much to do in this movie. Like I say, he's here, first couple scenes, but so it's not really that pivotal of a role for the voice. And then Andy's mom, I got a throwback with Tarantino's work, and I chose Uma Thurman to voice her.
Okay, that's a good one.
So, still got her in there. Most of his heavy hitters. I wanted Christoph Waltz. I couldn't really pinpoint a role I thought he would be perfect for. Harvey Keitel I wanted, but overall I didn't get to cast those two in this.
You should save Christoph Waltz for the bad guy in the sequel.
Oh, the Chicken Man?
No, the one that's in there with Woody. I'm blanking on his name right now.
Oh,
Old man.
Stinky Pete.
Yeah.
Can throw him in there.
Steve Buscemi is the Chicken Man.
Oh man, do the whole series. But yeah, Tarantino's universe, Toy Story is going to be star-studded cast, rated R universe still. Everything you would expect from him, just an animated movie.
Well, now if we do upcoming Pixar movies, I think you should just have Tarantino do all the Pixar movies.
Yeah, he's doing them all. Well, like I said, the next one would be A Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Which is just Magnificent Seven. So he loves westerns anyway. So we're good.
But you gotta pick. That's a given. You have to pick Christoph Waltz to be Hopper then.
Yeah.
That would be
Hans Landa vibe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, I'm excited to do that now. So I'm gonna go next here for Toy Story. I chose for my director. I'm keeping more of the same vibe as the original film. I'm gonna switch the animation up a little bit, but I chose Peter Ramsey to direct the film, who directed Into the Spider-Verse, or one of the directors that did Into the Spider-Verse. I thought he did an excellent job with that. Probably the best animated film in the past few years. So I'm bringing him on board to direct it. Probably going to give some vibes of that kind of style of animation, change it up a little bit. For the biggest character in Toy Story for Woody, after much thought, I chose Robert Downey Jr. to play Woody. I think he would be, he's in the Disney family. He's got to come up with something different. Dr. Dolittle didn't work. Bringing him in as Woody
didn't work at all.
So I think he's going to nail the role, and would be great passing it on from Tom Hanks to Robert Downey Jr. And then for Buzz Lightyear, I chose Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Big star, huge star.
I actually like that.
Huge star. You could even get some of his features and apply it to Buzz. Just imagine him in the Buzz costume and then make it animated. And you can hear his voice and then see the back and forth between him and Robert Downey Jr. as those characters. I think would be great. For Rex, I chose Seth Rogen. I'm a big fan of Seth Rogen. Thought he did a good job in The Lion King. As Pumbaa. So I think he'll be great as Rex. For Bo Peep, I chose Scarlett Johansson, another Disney family member here. Obviously, she would have a smaller role in this film, but would be bigger in the fourth film, like you said, with Margot Robbie. For Slinky, I chose Oscar Isaac, another member of the Disney family, bringing him in. He also has worked with Peter Ramsey and Into the Spider-Verse for that one little scene.
Yeah.
For Mr. Potato Head, I was really thinking for a while of who wanted that, who could bring that comedy. Ended up going with Chris Rock, who looks like he's trying to make a resurgence here. Brought him in as Mr. Potato Head. For Ham, went to Seth Rogen here and looked at some of his people. Chose Danny McBride. I think he could bring that humor, but he could also be a villain. You know how there's a scene in the opening scene of Toy Story 3, little different sides we see of Ham throughout the trilogy. For Sergeant, this was probably the first person I cast of who I just kept hearing that line in my head, never leave a man behind.
Never leave a man behind.
And just thinking who I wanted to deliver that line. And then also went to Into the Spider-Verse, and I chose Nicolas Cage to do this.
Yo!
Just a small role. I think he would nail it. It would be so funny.
Or Sergeant.
For Sergeant, yes.
You mean you picked the same person?
Really?
Yeah.
I'd be one of the best scenes in the film. For Sid and Andy, I actually did choose people that were kids, not necessarily the same age as Sid and Andy would be, but just kids. And I looked at people, actual kid actors around right now. I chose Jack Dylan Grazer as Sid. He was in It as the boy taking the sugar pills and everything, the one scared all the time. So switching it around a little bit in this one, making him a villain. And then I chose Jacob Tremblay as Andy. And then I'm glad I went first. And then for last here for Andy's mom, I chose Rashida Jones. I think she has that great mom voice that I'm going for in this film, and also get her maybe to adapt the screenplay, since she was supposed to write Toy Story 4 and then left because of the director and everything and stuff that was going on. Creative differences. I'm bringing her back, changing things up, getting her to do the screenplay for this one and play Andy's mom. But yeah, that's my cast. Abel, you're up, man.
Fucking hell, man. All right. For Woody, I have Sam Rockwell. Oh, wait a second. Before I actually really get started, director will be Taika Waititi. I still want to keep the same vibe, but still give a modern take to like 2 to 3 characters. Pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
All right. Back at it again. For Woody, I have Sam Rockwell. I don't know. I was just kind of like, the voice and everything fits perfectly, and plus like, funny guy. It's pretty much the voice for me. Buzz Lightyear, same thing as Ethan. I have Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Brad Pitt, I just found is just, the man is actually pretty funny. Like if you've seen, like, he's pretty funny. You ever seen the skit he did with Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
That like yeah. So like Brad Pitt seems like a pretty funny guy. For Mr. Potato Head, I have Rob Reiner, the dad from The Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I was watching New Girl and I was thinking about him in The Wolf of Wall Street. I was like, he's just the voice and just the way he is. I was like, this, I don't know, for me it's just perfect. They had to do it do like a reboot about it again.
Also, Brad Pitt's no stranger to animated films. He was in that Megamind movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around for a while too, so he knows a lot of people.
I think he was in Happy Feet too, maybe.
George Miller, bro.
And for Slinky Dog, I have Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Just keeping the dog vibe.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And for Rex, I have Max Greenfield. Do you guys know who he is?
I know the name. I'm trying to picture his face.
You guys seen like New Girl?
Is it the guy from The Big Short?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have him. I was just debating as to having like what's that guy? He was like one of your favorite movies, like This Is the End. What's his name? Jay. Fuck.
Baruchel?
Yeah, I was thinking about. I kind of went with Max Greenfield. For him, I went with Jake Johnson.
Okay.
For Bo Peep, same thing. Another alumni from New Girl. And for 500 Days of Summer, Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah.
You were like, I gotta put everyone from the show into this movie.
Hell yeah.
No, you're going to be in Toy Story.
Yeah, I was like, you're a New Girl, you're going to be in this shit. For Andy, same thing. Me and you, Matthew, Jacob Tranley. For Sid, I have Asher Angel from Shazam. So instead of having like him being like a goth and listen to rock, probably like in this time probably more like how they have it nowadays, like a stereotypical jock.
I think my guy was also in Shazam, wasn't he? For Sid, that boy.
Yeah. But have like a modern day jock, play sports, and all that modern, like how you would stereotype a jock.
That's how you would do Sid.
Yeah, for in this for if I did it again for this time.
Yeah.
And for Miss Davis or Andy, I'll have Andy's mom, Scarlett Johansson. It's just her voice is just really soothing, It's really comforting. It's like, oh, Okay, and for Sergeant Nicolas
Listen to
Cage,
her.
for me it wasn't the line, but it was just like I was just like
Never leave a man
he was
behind.
weird. Sergeant was like a weird character, but in a good kind of way. But I was like, who's like the weirdest actor I can think of, or at least close to weird? It was Nicolas Cage. So that's pretty much it. I was just like, fuck it. And for Hannah Phillips, I have what's her fucking name? McKenna Grace from Gifted and the young version of Captain Marvel.
Hannah Phillips.
Who's that? Is that Sid's sister?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I said yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know their last name was Phillips until right now.
I didn't either.
That's pretty much it.
Yes, Abel did his research.
Nice.
Is yours rated R though, Abel, with Taika?
Like PG or PG-13.
Matthew, he was still G.
Just
Mine
'cause-
is PG.
I don't like that scene when all the kids are attacking Sid. Just
Barely any G movies exist anymore.
yeah.
I think Toy Story 4 actually might have been G, surprisingly. 'Cause
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't really know how they did make that determination, but like Incredibles 2 was PG, wasn't G. So
That's like for violence.
yeah, I'll amp up the violence a little bit from the original. Keep it PG though.
Yeah, I'm gonna amp it up a little bit too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just for like that scene when all the toys get Sid. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Amped it up a bit, but still have it so I can, make my money. If I'm gonna make a Disney movie, I gotta think like Disney.
Well, Tarantino's bringing in the money for sure.
I'm excited to do the next one. Next Pixar movie we're gonna do is Bugs Life. Maybe I'll make mine rated R too next time.
Mine's Tarantino. Every Pixar. This is
A Bug's Life. I'm gonna make mine directed by Michael Bay. Now, that's gonna be fun.
you just ruined it. Mark Wahlberg as Hopper.
Yeah. Gonna have my probably the only good actor in there might be Shia LaBeouf, but
Shia LaBeouf's not working with Michael Bay again, dude. That's not happening.
Yeah.
You just made it.
gonna have
you just
Megan
made it
Fox
really
in that shit.
Megan Fox, sure. She worked with him again on Ninja Turtles, so
Like gonna have those ad shots, those Michael Bay like.
I'll bring in David Fincher to do mine.
Ooh.
The dark, very. Kevin Spacey's coming back to do Hopper.
Career resurgence.
All right, guys, that's our Toy Stories. Let us know in the comments what you guys think, who you think would win, which film you'd rather see. And we will see you guys next week with a what if for the movie Outbreak, which is a popular film on Netflix right now. So check it out, and we'll see you guys next week.